Hey there, it's Trisha, and I wanted to go over something from Monday afternoon. We use a couple setups using charts with indicators for confirmation before we ever take a trade. And if you're interested in checking those out, you can go to www.easyemintrade.com. And also want to remind everyone that we have an upcoming webinar on Thursday, October 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern. Reason it's in the evening is because there are a lot of people who are unable to attend the education room during the day because of their full-time jobs and so forth. So 8 o'clock is pretty accommodating to most everyone in every time zone. So anyway, you can go to the website and sign up for that as well and get the information on that. So on Monday afternoon, we had a perfect example of what I talk about when I say an alternative chart. Oftentimes, we're taking most everything off of our 200 tick chart, but there are times when we get a squeeze firing off where something just is not quite in line yet. We have to wait for a bar to close on our longer tick chart. And so that was the case yesterday afternoon. It was about 2:30 thereabouts, and we have a squeeze firing off. Everything's in line. But here, the bar is not closed, and I don't know that my indicator is going to be in line for long yet. So I had to wait for the bar to close in order to feel confident in taking that. So by the time the bar closed, we were also had many blue dots go by. Also, at the exact same time, we had an extreme tick reading of over 1,000. So I'm not willing to jump on board at an extreme tick reading because most of the time you're going to have to sit through sideways or price pullback. So I would assume look for a later entry. Now if you happen to be in a trade when that happens, that's another story, but for me, I'm not going to get in one right after getting an extreme tick reading or on an extreme tick reading. So with that said, I couldn't really do anything with this squeeze firing off, even though it looks perfect over here. Here's our extreme tick reading, and I don't know what's going to happen here. So what I then can do is I then can look over here at my longer tick chart, which is basically a 377 is what I've been using, but you can use a 512, whatever you like. And so we have one firing off here a little later, and at that time the tick had pulled back, my bar was closed, my MACD was in line, everything's in line to take that. So we take it. We've got room above our head to this floor trader pivot at 1036 and change, so we've got room. So we take it, we sit sideways for a little while, and here's a perfect example also of being in a trade when you get a tick extreme. So we're already in this trade and we get some tick extremes, so we're able to ride that wave, which was nice. So we were able to take our profits just under this floor trader pivot, and then +1, +2, and then depending on how you managed that final third, if you moved your stop under the pivot, however you wanted to manage that final third is totally up to you. But you could have gotten I think just under +3. I think the most you would have gotten was 2 3/4 out of that. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the perfect example of when we can't do something on this chart, but we're able to do it on this chart. Now keep in mind, I don't do a squeeze entry on the 377 when I don't have anything setting up on the 200. I only take the setup off the 377 when I can't use the setup that is occurring on the 200. So I hope that just didn't make things a little more unclear, but it was a perfect example to show. And if you were interested in attending the webinar, space is limited. Just go to the website and you'll see this tab here, webinar October 22nd. Just go there, click on it, and it'll give you all the information. So I hope that helps, and have a great trading day, and we'll talk to you soon.